it's me again. And you say, but you're not shaped up. Because I was early. I was there at like 8:50. And my appointment's at 9:40. So we're going to do some more walking and talking. We might even do a marathon. All day walking and talking. So last night, I don't know what I was talking about before, but we'll come back to it if that happens. But last night I did the my beat koala thing. So PSA right here, public service. So if you guys make beats, whatever, y'all should join this group, Koala. It's a little app. I think I showed it one time. I think someone did come over from Direct. Say, hey, I came over. But it's a great group. It's like so rare. It's kind of like this channel. You know, you watch this channel, you're not going to get a lot of toxic, hateful. You won't get any. You get a lot of rambling. You get a lot of self-reflection and all that. But, I'll be on the internet. People just be mad about shit. Just mad. Mad about everything. People mad about Black Panther. I mean, that's the algorithm. I think because I watched one video, now I keep getting a bunch of other ones coming in my feed. But it's like, I remember when he died and people like, you can't recast him. You can't. They were like upset, making petitions about it. And then guy doesn't, and now like, you should have cast him. You should have recast. You can't please people. It's top to bottom. And then he comes out in his little statement like, oh, that's not the movie I wanted to make. What are you talking about? I bet if the movie did well, was accepted, he'd be like, yeah, that's the movie I want to make. But then it's just like, it's a movie. People taking their like, their, but yeah. Entertainment. I mean, people be mad about other stuff too. Politics, religion, entertainment. I was mad when I went to the fast food place and they only had Pepsi. Cause I wasn't a fan of Pepsi back in the day. Now, I like to switch it up. Coke, and then some Pepsi. But man, people just be so upset, so angry. This is our generation. I mean, I guess people are always upset, but they had different things to be upset about. Like, you go back far enough and be like, why we gotta be out here picking cotton all day? I don't like it. And then someone probably be like, because that's how God wanted it. Like, why would God want us to be out here picking cotton all day? Because that's what the master said. And so I'm like, but don't you see the irony? The master's or civil rights movement. Everyone's out there. Everyone should get freedom. Everyone gets freedom. A woman go in the kitchen and cook me some food. That's your job. I said, but how comes everyone gets freedom, but I have to cook your food? He's like, because that's the way God intended it. And then you fast forward a little bit further. It's like, we're always at ends with each other. I saw this post, and it was some, I guess he was a Spanish Latino descent person, and he was like, you see the problem with Black people? They do not get along. They're always in competition with each other. And he's going on, but us, when we make a shop, we support each other. So then in the comment, I always go to the comments, it's funny. You get to the comment, the guy's like, fuck you. I know some people who fight, like, and then the guy underneath him is like, you're missing the point. And the guy's like, no, you're missing my point. I'm like, maybe it's in our blood. I don't know. But that's just how it is with us. Humans, the whole race of humans. We divide, eat each other. And if you look at most movies, it's like what the premise is. If Romeo and Juliet, his parents would be like, I don't care who you date, as long as they love you and you love them. There'd be no movie. I mean, jealousy would probably be the next theme, but let's say, yo man, even though I want to smash Juliet too, I respect that she chose you and not me. And I know there's someone out there for me. And who would want to watch that? It wouldn't be what it was. conflict, struggle, stress. It's intertwined in our fabric, our DNA. And for certain groups of people, they got other layers baked into them. Hard to get out of it. But man, 2023, man, I think we, as a human race, can do better. I think we will. Well, that's my hope. I can't. Because then there's that other thing. When people start getting very influential and positive, they seem to disappear. And then it turns into conspiracy. And then you know how that goes. I'm not scared. But you got to kind of know your place, but still help the human race. Not getting your head baked. But yeah. So keep the time 9 o'clock. But it's great because some people, they don't ever be on time, right? They would show up at 9:40, or they would leave the house at 9:30. It's only 10 minutes. Like from my house to here, it's about 10 minutes. They go up, bump, traffic jam or streets closed, so they got to go the other way. Then it's, oh, I forgot my money. They go back to the house. They get back to the barbershop at 9:50, so they're 10 minutes late. But they were rushing around. They sweating. It's like, I did my best to get here. But the barber, he's just like, hey, anybody want I got a no-show. So now the guy is kind of like, yo, that's fucked up, man. I come here all the time. And he's like, but you came late. And he's like, well, I want my refund. You don't get no refund when you're late. But this is 2022 talking. 2023, the customer is going to leave on time with extra built into it so he can get there on time. He's going to prepare all his stuff the night before so he ain't missing shit. And the barber, he's going to be understanding. He's going to say, I understand your situation. We all been there, but don't let this happen again. And then the customer is going to be like, yo, that's solid. He's going to give him a crazy ass tip. This is what I foresee. But yeah, man. Yeah. So I'm still, as I said, the Charlie Bird book, still reading it. It is so awesome. I use awesome. I just love reading these kind of books because they're just filled with history lessons. Like, so this is weird, and it's like stuff that you wouldn't know because, I'm 41. So times that by 365, and then add the 80 years of my dad's life and the 77 years of my mom's life. So they start with the parents or the grandparents. They tell all that story, and then they get there. There's a lot of information. You saw me stop like that? Just making sure I don't be playing. Like, this dog is out here trying to give me some Happy New Year hug or something. Happy New Year to you too. But I don't know if my fight or flight or dogs. Too many damn dogs are out here. Maybe they talking to each other. They talking. Like, it's so, like, if you go to Japan, right, you would see dogs, but they don't bark. They just be like, get off my property. I will bite you. But they don't be all annoying like that. Only in America. Or Easton. Or other parts of the world. I don't think the show dogs bark. They all, like, carried everywhere. Their poop be wiped with, like, soap sheets. But, yeah, I lost my thought. Them dogs took me right out of it. Oh yeah. So, Charlie, they're talking about this. So there's this. So as I mentioned, he was. I don't like I can't link it together, and I don't really go back when I be listening to audiobooks, because they be long. I ain't gonna rewind that shit. But he was living with someone. His mom moved in with another guy, so I think stepmom or whatever, and he started to have feelings for the stepsister or whatever. It's 1930, so it's not incest, and I don't think people care. That's what you did. But yeah. So then the mom didn't want them together, not because they were like a stepson or whatever, but because he was like a spoiled brat. I don't think of Charlie Bird as spoiled, but he was spoiled. Like his mom had him tailor-made suits, according to this audiobook. Tailor-made suits during the Depression, so they had money, and it was good money. They weren't talking about illegal shit, so they had money, and he's getting tailored suits. He didn't go to school. Nobody cared. That's Charlie Bird. So eventually they decided to get married. I want to say they were 18, 17, but you know, it's 1930 time, so times could be a little different. So they get married, and the girl's mom's like, you'll need me before I need you. And it talked about how, you know, the mom would beat her for everything. Like there was a street where all the hustlers and gangsters and all that lived on, and she didn't want her going there. But Charlie, she just would go up there, and her mom would beat her, because that's what, you know, black parents used to do. And some still do that. Whatever. So, and then one time, Charlie and I forget her name, but they were doing the dirty, and they got caught. And the mom was gonna beat her ass until she died. And Charlie's mom's like, come on now, you know how kids be. They love each other. I mean, that's how they talked. And or at least that's how the author is depicting all these talkers. So anyway, they move out to Charlie's house, or she takes her daughter and they move down the street, and then when they got married, she moved back into Charlie's mom's house or something. And then they get married, and then I this is the part I got to. I don't know if it's gonna fill in the mystery, but it said, one day I came up and Charlie was in his bed butt naked, and his thing was sticking straight up, and it had a little silk around the tip of it. So I went and got his mom. I said, Mom, or whatever she called her, Mrs. whatever, Charlie sitting there butt naked with a little ribbon on his dick. Or they didn't say dick. Around his tip. And then the mom said, the mom took Charlie somewhere, and then the newlywed wife is just like, what's wrong with Charlie? And then the mom's like, Charlie's gonna get better. He went somewhere to get better. And then it said he came back in 2 weeks, and he didn't talk to his newly fiance for, it was like summer to winter, so like 8 months. And then he comes in here, or he was gone for 2 weeks. And then when he came back, she's like, hey, Charlie. And then Charlie's like moving around. So every time she gets close, like he's behind some counter or something. So she comes and he's moving. And then for the next 8 months, they don't talk or sleep in the same bed. He sleeps downstairs. And then they start talking, and that's where I ended. But then the next chapter, it like time jumped to some other, like, what? You're not going to explain what the hell that was about? And people say I'm weird. I don't be doing that shit. Shit, if I blink a couple of times, people are like, nah, I yeah, it's not gonna work out. Well, they don't say that. They don't say that, but like that's like, this motherfucker's crazy. I'm out. But you know, time changed, 1930. But even now, man, I be hearing some stories. But it is what that is. In 2023, we gonna do better. But let me go pop in here and get my orange juice. We're at CVS. And yeah, I'll be back.